What is up, social mafia? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, as I promised in my previous videos, I'm gonna be talking about in the next video that is gonna be published on Tuesday. As always, I'm gonna be sharing about different types of Instagram account that is trending right now, and we will look what type of images you can publish, what type of content is trending right now. And this is part number 3 about Instagram tutorial, basically where I'm talking about the most important stuff on Instagram. And let's dive into it. So guys, today in this video I want to talk with you about the content, what type of content really converts and what kind of content actually trending on Instagram. Only actual information. If you guys are not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell button, because 2 videos per week. I always here on my YouTube channel on Tuesdays and Fridays I always publish freshly new videos. And don't forget to follow by Social Mafia Instagram account, where I'm sharing a lot of tips and tricks about Instagram. And let's dive into the video. Alright guys, let me break it down for you about all the types of content that exist on Instagram feed. We're gonna talk here about only Instagram feed. So number 1 is a picture. It's any kind of picture. It can be just a normal picture, or it can be a picture with some graphic elements, or it can be a picture with a text layover. Second type of content is a short video that is maximum 1 minute long. Don't mess it up with IGTV, because IGTV is the next one. And the videos are not only the short videos, the actual videos, but also it can be animated videos where some graphic elements are moving. That's also considered as a video by Instagram. Obviously, the next type of content is IGTV. IGTV can be up to 60 minutes long, and we're gonna talk about this later. And the last type of post is carousel post. So basically that one post has several images, and max it can have 10 images. All these 4 type of content we're gonna talk about, and I'm gonna be talking about each type of content, what exactly are trending right now and what you should create. And let's start with pictures. I'm gonna give you a few tips about how to make really nice pictures for your Instagram account, whether it's about your products or whether it's about yourself, nature, some flat lays and stuff like this. The number 1 tip, and it's good lighting. I normally shoot with daylight. When you don't have really strong light, normally it's either in the morning or in the afternoon. It's called golden hour. You can just go ahead and Google it. I'm not a photographer, so unfortunately I cannot give you more tips on that. It's just about experimenting and learning by doing. And this tip number 2 here is, when you use especially your phone for photography, wipe your phone lens always. It should be must before you take each snap. Why? Because the quality of the image can really differ, because we always grab our phone with greasy hands, and then you have some spot on the lens, and that's why the picture can be blurry. So once you get your initial shot in a really good quality, it's time to edit it. I'm really happy that right now on Instagram, editing style, like some people were crazy about lightroom presets to make it like super unnatural, super gray, or make the green color really faded color, like a grayish color, or make the blue sky really dark, or I don't know. There was really a lot of creativity in the last years, but I'm really happy that right now there is this natural editing trend on Instagram, and I made a video on this topic. You can check it right here. I'm also gonna leave the link in the description box, how to edit your pictures naturally. You can also use Lightroom mobile. This app is absolutely for free and quite professional. I normally use only this app, and I have my kind of pre-made presets, but it depends on the quality of the image, what to do with this image. And it's normally really basic settings, which is I really like to bring my contrast a little bit down. I really like to bring down the shadows, blacks, and bring up the white a little bit, and then I go ahead and play with different colors, make it some colors to pop up and some colors to fade. And that's basically it. I don't do any kind of magic. I don't play with curve and all this complicated stuff, because I just want to edit it as fast as possible. There is another app that I really like. It calls Teza app, and some of the packages of the filters you have to buy, but some are for free, which you can go ahead and try. And the last app here that I use on my phone is VS Code or VSCO. I have no idea how to pronounce it right. Actually, I think nobody knows how to pronounce it right. But anyways, it's an app also that has a lot of filters. I have a premium version, which means I purchased the whole package for the whole year, and all the filters are available also for the video editing. But I do not always use this app. It's just sometimes I like in the mood to apply any kind of VSCO filters. I don't have any kind of preferences in this app, so I cannot tell you much about this app, but you just go ahead and try it. The point here is you have to get a really high quality snap, and the second point is to make your feed to look consistent with each other. That means that you do not put an image of yourself 3 times in a row. If you want to do that, try to change the angle, try to make one shot close up, one shot far away, and one shot middle size. Always try to change the angles. Do not put 2 images that are similar within each other, because that looks kind of unprofessional and messy. Well, there are really basic rules that you can go ahead and check that your favorite Instagrammers are what kind of content they publish, and just try to study when they used the detailed shot, when they use a full shot of themselves, where they use just a portrait, half of their body. It's really easy. Oh guys, and by the way, you can also grab my free Lightroom preset that I actually used before. I don't use this preset anymore, but if you like it, you can go ahead and grab it. The link in the description box on my Instagram account, in the section of freebies, free resources, you can go ahead and get this free Lightroom preset. And if you guys are interested how I edit my pictures for my personal Instagram account, I can also share with you my Lightroom preset that I use, which is basically very basic settings. But if you anyway interested in that, please comment this video and I'll be sharing with you this freebie as well. The second type of images that you can publish on Instagram is image with some graphic elements or text layover, which is super trending right now. But really be careful, unless you're a professional graphic designer and you really know what kind of font match with another font, what colors to use, what type of fonts are really good for this type of images. If you're not a graphic designer, which in my case I am not, what I do, I go to Pinterest, and guys actually made a board of really cool examples on my Pinterest, and I'm gonna be sharing the link in the description box. Go ahead and follow these Pinterest boards as well, because you can get some inspiration on how to do that. My favorite apps to make this kind of images is Canva. Of course, you guys know that I love Canva. The second app is Over, which is mobile app, and you can of course do it in Photoshop. So my main tip here is just find a good reference on Pinterest or Google, or maybe you're gonna see some good references on Instagram, and just save it. Go ahead and try to make something similar. Of course, not copycatting it, but make something similar which you think is gonna be consistent with your overall Instagram feed. And we are moving to the next type of content that are trending on Instagram, and it's a carousel post, but not just putting just bunch of images, but making it kind of an educational post, which is trending right now super much, because this kind of post get a lot of savings, and that's why Instagram algorithm promotes it. Why it's people save this post? Because they make it like kind of a presentation, a little PowerPoint presentation, but kind of an Instagram presentation. But here you have to follow some rules if you want to publish this type of post on Instagram, kind of a shareable content, because besides a lot of people save this kind of informative post, they also share it in their stories, they share it with their friends or people who might be interested to read this information. And here is an example of informative post that I publish on by Social Mafia Instagram account. You can see it here. Here are some tips. First, and a really important tip, the first image should have really nice, catchy, readable title. What I see many people do is when they do this kind of post, you cannot really understand what is written in the first slide. That's why it doesn't catch attention. Make sure that you use big font, enough big so that people can read it, especially when they open your Instagram feed and then they do not scroll from image to image, they have just overall feed. It's really hard to sometimes to understand what is written there. Try to use really readable and big font to write a catchy title on your first slide. Number 2 tip is to not use a really busy background on this type of content. You should, as I said already before, you should really make your text on these images to pop up and be readable for people. Number 3, try to enhance it with different graphic elements or with different images. I really love using Canva for this, because especially when I want to add a graphic element or even an object from the picture, you have a really cool tool on Canva is that you can cut out the object. This tool works really well on Canva. Number 4, one small topic at a time. Try to not put a lot of information on these slides because it's going to be too much for people to consume it, and especially keep in mind that if you talk about complicated topic, it's going to be not that easy to follow up. Just try to make one little topic at a time and split it into up to 10 slides. I really recommend to use from 5 to 10 slides. 10 is maximum, but 5 is kind of half of it. So try to use, if you are doing this kind of informative post, try to do from 5 up to 10 posts per topic. I also would recommend to add your watermark or your Instagram name on each slide, because when people start to share your content, it's going to be easier for other people who are not following yet to start following your Instagram account. And last tip for creating the carousel type of post, add call to action at the last slide, which you can say save, like, and share. You can check the example right here that I personally use. And we're moving to the video type of content on Instagram. So the first type of video content is a short video, which is up to 1 minute long. And here you can add some really nice tutorials, and I really like when people put the frame of iPhone of their phone, and then they can put a video there how they doing some stuff on the phone, or it can be really anything depending on which niche you are. So a little short tutorial, a little video of the backstage, a little short video about yourself, short video about your products or service. Second type of the video that can be also very good for this type of content, the short videos, is animated videos. I personally really like to use Canva as well, because there you have already some animated graphic elements. You can also now animate your text, animate the elements that are not yet animated on Canva. Just simply use this animated button and choose the animation that you want, and then go ahead and save this post as a video format, and you can publish it as a video, so it's going to be perceived by Instagram not as a static post but as an animated video post. And the last type of content is IGTV. I actually already made video on IGTV topic, basically everything that you need to know about IGTV, how to create it, which apps, how to edit the videos, all the technical part of the video, what's the format, how long these videos can be. You can check it right here. I'm also gonna leave the link in the description box. And the second video that I published pretty recently is about how to repurpose your content, especially if you have a YouTube channel and you can really repurpose this content and publish your videos from YouTube to IGTV. Sharing how to make these type of videos convertible, attracting by adding how to add automatically subtitles, how to add really nice background that was going to be look consistent with your feed, and all this stuff. So guys, go ahead and check this video, and I'm also gonna leave the link to this video in the description box. So we have 4 types of content, and ideally, of course, Instagram, they told it themselves that they really grant those who are utilizing all this type of content. So we have 4 types of content, which is image, carousel post, short video, and IGTV. And try to utilize as many of this type of content as possible. Try to diversify your content by mixing up a static image with an overlaid text on the image, with IGTV, short videos, tutorials, with carousel post, and all that stuff. Because Instagram really appreciate those who are using all of these features and tools that this platform has. And in the next video, guys, I'm gonna be sharing with you some cool tips and tricks about Instagram stories. And guys, if there is any comments or questions, make sure to write it below in the comments. And if there is any topics you want me to cover in my future videos, make sure to write your ideas as well in the comments below, because I create content based on your requests.